Yo, what's up, guys? And today we're going to be reacting to the FIFA 21 Manchester United player ratings. Now, in this video, we're going to be comparing the stats from FIFA 20 to FIFA 21 and see the similarities and the differences. What's the same, what's different. And we're going to be seeing if the stats are right. I'm a United fan, so I'm going to be judging the players fairly and not try to be too biased, So, yeah, let's get straight into the video. Now, we're going to be starting off with the goalkeeper. So this is from FIFA 21. David De Gea is 86 rated. Now, comparing to FIFA 20, David De Gea was 89 rated. Now, to be fair, last year, David De Gea had a poor season. He made a lot of mistakes. A lot of his errors led to us conceding a lot of goals last year. So I think the downgrade is justified. Even for Spain, he wasn't the best. He wasn't the usual David De Gea, the cat-like saves that he makes. Last year, he let the ball through his legs a lot. Like, he kept getting beat at his near post. Like, he kept making direct mistakes that led us to lose games, concede more. So I think the 89 from FIFA 20 to the 86 is justified for FIFA 21. Now moving on to right back. So in FIFA 20, Wan-Bissaka was 79 rated, and in FIFA 21 he got a massive boost to 83. Now that boost is justified because Wan-Bissaka last year was one of the best right backs in the Prem. Towards the end of the season, he dropped off a bit. He wasn't his usual Wan-Bissaka self towards the end, but throughout the season he was really good. I mean, his tackling, even his attacking got a bit better. He's still not the best attacking wise, but he's getting there. I think Wan-Bissaka, once he work on his attacking, will be the perfect fullback. As we all know, his strong point is defensive. The defensive work. His attacking is still not the best yet, but last year he had a really good season for us in his first season in a United shirt, and yeah, I think the upgrade is justified for Wan-Bissaka. Now, let's go to Lindelof. Linda, as I like to call him. Lindelof for me is a weird one, right? So last year, Lindelof was 81 rated. He got downgraded to 80. Now, Lindelof has had a poor start to this season already. I think he's made 3 or 4 direct mistakes to us conceding in our first 3 games or first 2 games of the season. But last year, I think he had a good season. I think him getting downgraded is weird, especially him being 81 last year to him being 80 this year. I don't think him being downgraded is justified. He had a good season last year. For me, they should have at least kept him the same. Now, obviously, let's talk about United for a bit. We need a centre back. I think at the moment our strongest centre back pairing is Eric Bailly and Maguire, but I don't know. Oli has his faith in Lindelof, so I don't think he's going to be dropped anytime soon. But yeah, I think him getting downgraded is a bit questionable. But nevertheless, he has 2 less pace from last year. Yeah, he has 74 pace, 82 defending, 78 physical in FIFA 20. In this FIFA, he has less defending and less physical, which I find weird. But they've downgraded a lot of players this year compared to last year. So yeah, on to the left backs. Now, Luke Shaw stayed at an 81 rated, the same as last year in FIFA 20. Now, Luke Shaw has less pace, passing. He's got less passing. He's got less dribbling. He's got less less defending? That's the same defending and the same physical. Now, Luke Shaw has 2 or 3 assists in 6 years. I don't know how true that is. I just saw that yesterday on Twitter. Now, Luke Shaw, for me, he can offer so much more. I know he had a leg break against PSV Eindhoven, I believe, and he hasn't been the same. Up until he broke his leg, he was probably our best player then. I think he was under Louis van Gaal. But yeah, it seems like he's a bit timid. He's scared to make runs. He holds back a lot. I feel Luke Shaw does. Defensive wise, Luke Shaw is really, really good. Excuse me. He's really, really good. But again, his attacking prowess is not the best. Now for United, having Wan-Bissaka and Luke Shaw, two defensive fullbacks, is not good enough. It's not good enough. I do hope that Alex Tellers transfer goes through. At least then we'll have an attacking and a defensive fullback, which will help us a lot. So yeah, Luke Shaw, the same, he hasn't really improved. Luke Shaw like gives 6 out of 10 performance, 7 out of 10 performance every week. He doesn't give much more. So yeah, an 81 rated for Luke Shaw is justified. Now, let's go to the midfield. So we do play a 4-2-3-1. Matic and Pogba is the CDMs and Bruno Fernandes is the cam. Now, let's check Matic from last year. Matic was an 81 last year. I don't know how we got downgraded. Matic, if we didn't have Matic last year, we would have lost so much games. Every time he's in our team, Matic, our team plays better. So for Matic to get downgraded is very poor from me. He was 81 rated last year, is 81 this year. I don't see how Matic is downgraded. We play better with Matic in the side. So I find that really, really weird from EA. Now, let's check his pace. So he's got less pace, justifiably, because he's getting older. 68 passing. Man, have they not seen Matic pass a football? How does Matic have... Sorry, 68 shooting, my bad. He's got 76 passing, 77 passing last year. Sorry, my bad. I got a bit confused there. But 76 passing for Nemanja Matic is poor. His switch off play is brilliant. His short passing, long passing, in my opinion, is very underrated in the Prem. So for him to have 676 passing is poor for me. He should be in high 80s, but again, some of these stats are not the best. 73 dribbling. Matic doesn't really dribble a lot. He does the dirty work. He passes. He gets the ball back. He passes again. So I'm not really going to judge him on his dribbling. Now, he has 80 defending, the same as last year. 71 less physical from last year. Now, if you watch the Prem, Nemanja Matic has been known to be quite physical. Throughout the years, he's battled with like Yaya Toure, some of the more physical players in the league. Like, he's come out of top. So for him to have 77 physical is really, really poor. He should be high 80s for physical as well. Moving on to his DM partner, Paul Pogba. Now, this is one that really, really gets me angry. Paul Pogba last year was 88 rated, right? And this year is 86 rated. I do not know how EA Sports can downgrade Paul Pogba for being injured for most of the last season. Paul Pogba has been injured. Well, he was injured for the most of last season. So I don't know how they can downgrade him by 2, which is poor from EA Sports, in my opinion. I don't think that's justified. If anything, at least downgrade him by 1 or keep him the same. You can't really downgrade a player for being injured. And when Pogba came back from after lockdown, when he was fit again, he was one of our better players. And against Sevilla in the semi-final, I thought he was our best player. And I don't know how we got downgraded now. From last year, he got a 1 less pace. Pogba is really, really, really fast. The fact he has 73 pace is shocking to me. Now, he's got the same shooting as last year, same passing as last year, same dribbling as last year, same defending, and 1 less physical. I think his defending should be higher. His passing should be higher. Paul Pogba has one of the best long passes in the Prem. So for him to only have 86 passing is really poor. His defending, I think that's just rude on Paul Pogba. 66 defending. At least should be in the 70s. Paul Pogba plays at the moment as the 2 DMs with Nemanja Matic. So how can a DM only have 66 defending? That's just beyond me. Okay, so yeah, Paul Pogba, I don't think his downgrade is really justified. Now, moving on to our attacking midfielder, which is Bruno. Now, Bruno joined us in the January transfer window last year, where he was 85 rating. What can I say about Bruno? He was probably our best player since he came in alongside Anthony Martial. Now, Bruno, he got upgraded +2 from FIFA 20. Justified, completely justified. He was one of the best players in the league when he came and joined us. He transformed our season. Yeah, like I said, one of the best players alongside Anthony Martial after lockdown or after January when he came in, when there was a lot of injuries. Rashford was injured, Pogba was injured, Greenwood just got into the side. So let's check his stats last year. He has the same pace as last year, the same shooting, 83 shooting. Should be a bit higher. He scored a lot of goals for us. I know rival fans try to say it's only penalties, this and that, but as we've seen already, a lot of penalties are being missed. So 83 shooting, I think it should be 85. Passing, justified, 88 passing. Now Bruno does give the ball away a lot. I think Paul Pogba should have higher passing than Bruno Fernandes, because I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but Bruno Fernandes just do give the ball away a lot because he plays risky passes. He does not play the safe pass every time, which I love about him. So I do think Paul Pogba should have higher passing than Bruno Fernandes. Now in FIFA 20, he had 85 dribbling, same as this FIFA 21. 68 defending. He got an upgrade. You know, Bruno is an attacking midfielder. Defensive doesn't really matter. 74 physical, and he got a 75 physical. I mean, hopefully, 75 physical doesn't really matter. You know, he's gonna be able to shrug off defenders in FIFA 21. Hopefully, so yeah, the upgrade on Bruno Fernandes is justified. Now let's move on to Mason Greenwood. Now, our star boy. For me, one of the best young players in the world, if not the best young player in the world. I mean, I think he's only 18 or 19. So last year he had a silver card. So he got a big upgrade to a 77. 81 pace, which I think is criminal on Mason Greenwood. I think he was tracked as one of our highest or oh no, sorry, he was tracked as one of our fastest sprint in the Prem. So he had one of the fastest sprint in the Prem over Man United, something like that. I think only Daniel James and Marcus Rashford recorded the fastest sprint. So it should be at least 85 in my opinions. But then again, that might get upgraded the more FIFAs down the line. Now he got 78 shooting compared to Martial's and Rashford's shooting. I think Mason Greenwood is our most clinical forward. So he should be up there in the high 80s, but they can't give him that big of an upgrade compared to his 66 shooting last year. Now, his passing, again, for a forward, doesn't really matter. 71 passing compared to his 61 passing. Now, dribbling, 78 dribbling. Mason Greenwood's dribbling is world class, in my opinion. His step overs are some of the best I've seen in the Prem. And yeah, again, that should be high 80s, but then again, I might be biased. I don't think I am. Defending doesn't really matter. Physical, he's got 67 physical. Now, Mason Greenwood did bulk up a lot. He looks a lot bigger now. So I think that will change over time, but maybe 67 right now is justified. So obviously, Mason Greenwood had a big upgrade, probably the biggest upgrade. And yeah, completely justified and fully deserved. Now, let's move on to our left wing, Marcus Rashford. Now, Marcus Rashford was our second top goal scorer last year behind Anthony Martial. Before lockdown, he was our highest goal scorer, and yeah, he's 85 is justified. Compared to last year, he was 83. Obviously, he played left wing for us last year, so he moved from a striker to left wing in this FIFA. Now he had 91 pace, 92 pace last year. Marcus Rashford is one of the fastest players in the Prem. For him to only have 92 pace 91 pace, and to get a pace downgrade is really worrying from EA Sports. But then again, they downgraded everyone's pace. Now 83 shooting, he got a 1+ upgrade from last year. So yeah, 83 shooting, justified on Marcus Rashford. 78 passing compared to 73 last year. So he got a +5 passing. Okay, we can't really say anything about that. 85 dribbling. I think Marcus Rashford's dribbling is really good, but for Anthony Martial to only have 87 dribbling, sorry, I just noticed that it's a bit weird. But yeah, his dribbling should be a bit higher. Defending doesn't really matter. Physical, 78. Marcus Rashford is very physical. We saw him drop Virgil van Dijk. I think it was last season, so I think he should be like 80 or 81. But then again, it doesn't really matter. Now let's move on to what I think got the biggest injustice. Anthony Martial got an 84 rating. Now, Anthony Martial was our highest goal scorer last year. For Marcus Rashford to get 85 and Martial to get 84 is criminal. If anything, it should be Martial on 85 and Rashford on 84, or both on 85, right? Now, Martial, 89 pace. I think Martial should be in the 90s. He's got the same pace as last year, but I should have at least 90 pace. Martial is really fast, especially running with the ball. Running with the ball, Anthony Martial is so fast. He glides past players. It's so hard to stop him. 83 shooting, same as Marcus Rashford. That just bothers me. Anthony Martial has one of the best conversion rate in the Premier League. So for him to only have 83 shooting is worrying for me. He should have at least 86, 87 shooting in my opinion. But then again, it's EA, so I don't know what we can expect. Now, 74 passing. Martial has proven to be a false nine last year. He played most of the season as a false nine, so his passing got really good. So for him to have 74 passing, it should be at least 78, 79, 80 passing for Martial. He's underrated his passing, you know. He plays a lot of risky passes. He doesn't always look for backwards passing, even when he drops deep, because he drops deep a lot, Anthony Martial. He's always looking for the forward pass. So 74 passing is a bit worrying from EA Sports. Now, dribbling. If you've seen Martial play, he got a +2, but if you've seen Martial play, his dribbling should be high 90s. Anthony Martial's dribbling should be high 90s. I mean, that is poor. He's probably one of the best dribbler in the Prem, if not in the world. So that's what triggers me the most. He should have a higher dribbling. Now again, defending doesn't really matter. 72 physical. Man, Martial holds off a lot of defenders. So for him to have, again, 72 physical is a bit worrying. He should be close to Marcus Rashford in terms of physical. But yeah, I mean, a lot of it is justified. A lot of it, like Wan-Bissaka, De Gea, Maguire. Did I speak about Maguire? I'm not sure I did. Again, but if Maguire is 82 rated, I didn't think I talked about Harry Maguire. Yeah, Harry Maguire was like consistent throughout the last season. So 82 rated is the same as last year. So yeah, 82 rated. I mean, hopefully he upgrades. Hopefully he performs much better this year, probably to an 83, 84. We need him this year to be our captain, to lead the team out, to be vocal. So hopefully he does that. But yeah, I think a lot of this is right, a lot of it is wrong, a lot of it is worrying. A lot of certain stats doesn't sit right with me. But yeah, that's going to be the end of this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoyed my thoughts being a United fan on the player ratings. But yeah, if you like this video, make sure to comment, like, subscribe. And if you like seeing these type of videos, you know, maybe doing it about your team, my thoughts and reactions, I don't mind doing that. But yeah, guys, that's going to be it for me. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.